The city of Winnipeg is among many communities across the country today marking Red Dress Day. The marches and processions bring attention to missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and members of the 2S LGBTQI+ community. Statistics Canada found that from 2009 to 2021, the rate of homicide against Indigenous women and girls was at least 4 times higher than their non-Indigenous counterparts.
We as families, Red Dress Day is every day for us, every single day. So just to be what people can do, I quite often get that question, how can we help? What can we do? If you can't be boots to the ground like we are today, sharing posts. If you see, Google a missing person in your area and just share their post.
That was Krista Fox. She is a friend of the mother of Ashley Morin, who has been missing since 2018. The federal government is working to end the crisis and ensure their safety, but many say there's still a lot of work to be done. The CBC's Sabrina Fabian attended the march held today in Halifax.
Hundreds of people gathered in Halifax today for a memorial march, one of several held across the country in honor of missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people. We saw elders, high school students, some people even brought their young children. Many were dressed in red. Today is known as Red Dress Day. It began in 2010 by Métis artist Jamie Black. The red dress has come to symbolize this crisis and to raise awareness of the ongoing violence Indigenous women face across Canada. Indigenous women are 4 times more likely to be victims of violence compared to non-Indigenous women, and 44% of Indigenous women say they've experienced intimate partner violence. And despite the national inquiry that dates back to 2019, there has been much criticism on the lack of progress when it comes to implementing the 231 calls to action.
Even though they might be gone, they need to know that we remember them, and we also need to bring awareness to the rest of the world that this is still happening and we won't stand by. We are aware of it. We are going to try our best to put a stop to it. And it's really important as an Indigenous woman for me to be part of that, and it's important for my children to be part of that.
I think that there's still a lot of violence against Indigenous people, and it's important for us to speak up no matter our age and what we can do, in the world. I think it's important for us to continue speaking up about it until something prominent is done.
Just last week in Nova Scotia, a woman was killed in Cape Breton. She was a member of the Natawahaneg First Nation in New Brunswick, and those who know her say she was a victim of domestic violence. Just another tragic example of why this day came to be and why it's so important to continue to recognize it. Sabrina Fabian, CBC News, Halifax.
And staying in Atlantic Canada, dozens of people attended a Red Dress Day march in St. John's. They gathered around a sacred fire and made paper red dresses for the memorial tree.
We had people that wasn't part of the walk, raising their hand or clapping. And that's showing that community solidarity, because that's what we want. We want to spread awareness, we want to educate, we want to bring our non-Indigenous community members together. And that's part of reconcile action. When we look at the national inquiry final report, that's what we need more of.